Okay, joining us now, we have Ted Adams, CEO of IDW. Thanks so much for joining us today, Ted.
I appreciate having me here.
Now, you're in Australia, you're looking for a bit of new comic talent.
Right.
What have you found so far? Has it been going well?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, this is my first time in Australia, so we actually started IDW with an Australian artist. So Ash Wood, who now lives in Perth, was the first person that we published. We did an art book with him called Uno Fanta. So we have a long history with Australian artists.
Sure.
And then our first comic book was actually 30 Days of Night, which was drawn by Ben Templesmith, also Australian. I think also from Perth, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
So we have a pretty long history with Australian artists, and even though I've never been here myself, I've always been excited to come over here and always wanted to visit Ash's family here. So that opportunity to come to Sydney and to Perth is pretty special to me. And that combined with this chance to meet new Australian artists has been great. So we've seen some really interesting people so far.
So there's been some good content?
Yeah, absolutely. We found a couple people over this weekend that'll start doing covers for us. And,
fantastic.
So no, it's been really nice. So.
Has there been anything in particular that you've been looking for, a certain style or anything like that?
No, not really. I mean, we're a pretty diverse publisher, so we do everything from very cartoony style to, sort of very R-rated kind of horror books, and everything in between. And so really we're not looking for a specific style, it's just good art is more or less what we're looking for.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, we're here at Supernova, so it's a great opportunity for people to get their stuff seen. But outside of that, what's a good way for people to get their work in front of you?
It's a good question. It's tough. I always tell people this business is like networking, just like any other business, and so it's meeting other artists, meeting editors, talking to writers, going to your comic shop, and it's really that networking that you would do with any other kind of business is probably the best way to go.
Yeah.
It's unlikely somebody's going to send me a submission via email that's going to frankly get much attention, just because it's not, it's just I'm pretty busy running a company.
You'd be snowed under if you had that,
So it really is that sort of networking, and really what Supernova does here is provide this opportunity to people who want to be comic book artists. And when you're presented with something like this, making sure you have your portfolio ready and you have a good story to tell. For me, it's also not just is the art great, but the person's really got to be committed and passionate about doing this for a living, because it's a tough way to make a living.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, IDW, a lot of great titles always coming out. Is there anything coming up that you're especially excited about?
Yeah, well, I think there's a couple. Go back to our Australian artists. We have a new book with Ash Wood called Beautiful War, which is the first comic series that he's done for us in a long time.
Fantastic.
That's coming out in the next month or so. I'm actually going to Perth to pry the pages out of his hands so we can publish that one.
Excellent.
And then we're doing a book with Ben Templesmith called The Squidder, which is again Ben's first comic book that he's written and drawn in quite some time. So we're pretty excited about that.
Fantastic.
So we've got those going, and then we've got a couple other books. We've got a book with Walt Simonson called Ragnarok, which comes out in July. Really excited about that one. And then we do a book called Lock and Key, which has been very successful for us.
Love Lock and Key.
One of my
Amazing
favorites. And the artist on that is Gabe Rodriguez, and he's doing a new book for us called Little Nemo Return to Slumberland, which is written by Eric Schanauer, who does a lot of Oz adaptations and is an Eisner Award-winning writer. So pretty excited about that one too.
Fantastic. Lots of great stuff coming out. Oh, excellent. Well, look, thank you so much for having a chat with us today.
I
really
appreciate it.
it.
All right, thank you.